Okay, first of all, really disappointed for our fan base. This is a big moment. We didn't seize the moment. We talked about that, the whole time leading up to this game. Let one get away. That's the way that locker room feels. We were in complete control of the game. I know we had a touchdown call back on the 3-yard line. That was a marginal at best type deal, but you got to find a way. And I think they scored the last 29 points. I think we were up by 12, something like maybe it was 9. It was 3rd down and 6. They had the scoop and score, which is probably the play of the game. It took the momentum, and we couldn't stop them. I think they scored, 4 out of 4 possessions in the second half right there. At the very end, Timmy made a really good play in the end zone, the scramble play. We were trying to get it a little bit closer right there. Couldn't get it done. Had to have Boomer, kick a desperation deal, and just didn't get it done. I just told the team, that's a tough loss, and game that we let get away. I think everybody sees that. Everybody knows that. Disappointed. We got to find a way to put this behind us. We've got a lot of champions in that locker room. I'm confident we'll do that, but I think everybody saw for themselves that was an extremely tough loss, tough way to lose a game, especially the crowd. The crowd was unbelievable. You got to give them credit. They did a good job, but we just didn't make the plays really when it mattered. When the game was on the line, probably the last 2 or 3 sequences really on both sides. Whether it was offensively, defensively. We had the short punt, down there. That was a tough deal. I think we had a field goal blocked in the first half, which is really uncharacteristic of us. But we were just a hair away from putting that away. We couldn't get it done. So tough loss. We got to overcome it. Questions?
Late in the third quarter, I think it was 35-10, to drive potentially for another score. Timmy throws that interception. What was kind of going through your mind over that series? It looked like you're about to put the team away, and things kind of spiraled from there.
Yeah, I think right before that, we run a little play. I've been running since high school, and we hit the tunnel for about 15 yards, and they said it was a misaligned formation. That was another tough one, to be honest with you. Like I said, it was 2 marginal at best tough deals. We've taken some tough ones so far, but you're right. Next play, I think we threw the interception. Can't throw interception, in the red zone. We talked about that last week. Obviously, that play, he did some good things though. I think he fought his guts out for us. And we got to do a better job, of protecting the football. But yeah, there was 35-10. We were down there at a first down. Like I said, they called it legal formation. Legal formation, been running since 1996, and so that was a tough one. But you got to figure out a way to overcome it. That ain't what got us beat.
Guys, in the second half, it seemed that you guys kind of offensively kind of sputtered a little bit. Was it something they did defensively, like changing some things up, or was it just maybe?
No, when you're up big right there, you're trying. In the first half, what did we have? 19 plays. So you're sitting there thinking, man, defense been on the field. They had the pick fumble, and they went back, and so we came out with a drive. I think it was 7 minutes in the third quarter, and 7 minutes off the clock, and you're feeling pretty good about it. But yeah, we kind of lost some tempo there, trying to take some time off the clock. So yeah, that's what you saw.
Coach, you kind of touched on it there for a minute. Kind of the downside of having such a dominant open is your defense is on the field for a long time. From your position there, what can you kind of do to make sure the defense isn't too gassed or can keep pace there?
Well, I think you look, they were 10-18 on 3rd down on the road with a great environment. I think that was a big key in the game. We got to figure out a way to get off the field on 3rd downs. They had some big ones, and probably the biggest one, I don't know if it's 3rd down or 2nd down, we went all out blitz. They made a great play to their back, and he broke a couple tackles, and that got him in field goal positions. And we were just trying to use our timeouts to give us enough time to go down. We had time. We didn't have any timeouts. We had time to go down there. We just couldn't get it done.
Following the loss in Kansas State, you talked about the team, a tough road game against the defending champions. What's the measure of your team now at 0-2 and blowing it like this again?
I think we got a good team. We're not doing what it takes to win. There was a couple plays in that Kansas State game that you got to figure out a way to win. Today we had a couple moments right there to win the game on really in all 3 phases. We didn't get it done. So that's me as a head coach. I got to do a better job of helping our guys get in positions. And like I said, it's just really tough. I feel bad for our guys. I feel bad for our fan base, and we'll overcome it. We got a good team. We'll overcome it, and we'll get better.
Baylor's not exactly an offensive juggernaut this year. 29 straight points. against a good team.
Yeah.
How does that happen? What happened?
Yeah, well, they got their quarterback back, and he's a real guy. And, you know, I think they just started getting a little more time. You know, we were playing in their backfield a lot in the first half. We hit him, put some pressure. Second half, you know, we had a couple injuries. A couple of our linemen went down, and we had to play the same guys, and they were in there the first half playing a lot of plays, and we just had trouble getting the pressure. And he stood back there and made some throws, and when we went zone, he was good enough to get him the ball. And but third downs were really the key. But he's a good quarterback. I mean, there's no doubt.
How do you get past it? I mean, it's another long flight. That's what this conference is going to be. How do you put it behind you and get ready for Saturday?
No, that's just part of it. I mean, you've got to be men about it. And like, that's what I told them in the locker room. You know, 33 years of coaching. You know, the game of football teaches you life lessons, and that's what I told our team. You know, we all feel like crap right now. We should feel like crap. Let one get away, but you learn about life lessons. You learn about adversity, how you're going to overcome it. That was my challenge to our team. I still believe we got good players, we got good coaches. We got to overcome it, and life hits you like that. And so that's the great thing about a great game of football. But I'll tell you this, we will bounce back. We'll be ready to go next week. Obviously, they're a really good team on the road. And, you know, we're in this conference. There's going to be close games. We talked about it. Our goal was to win the close games. We're 0-2 in close games, so we got to do better.
DeMar Henderson had some big plays, obviously the scoop and score. He missed the first couple games with an injury. What's it like to have him back?
He's an impact player. He's a really good player. Yeah, really good player. It was a big play in the game.
With having such a big lead at times, do you think maybe the second half, did they kind of lose energy and focus? It almost like it was too easy at the beginning of the game, 21-0. Did you feel that at all?
No, I didn't feel that. I mean, I know we had the third down and 3, and we ran a little motion in, a little crisscross deal, and said he put his leg, and you know, then we go back 15 yards after that call, and then they blocked the field goal. No, we were still fighting. I mean, we were still fighting. They were fighting. I think, to make it really simple, we did the things to lose the game. They did the things to win the game. I mean, we had the fumble snap. They pick it up and run it back. I mean, kick a field goal there, you're probably in really good shape. So we did the things that, you know, it takes to lose a game like that when you're up 35-7.
We know Colton's got a big leg. Was it an easy choice to let him go for 59, or were worried?
Well, I think it was a situation. I think, what was there, 3 seconds on? I mean, so you just got to ask yourself, I mean, we're going to throw up the Big Ben and bounce around, or we're going to let our kicker, and our kicker, I think everybody knows, he's a real kicker, and like, it's just kind of one of those things, that was our best bet. I really felt like that was our best shot. The wind was blowing a little bit, kind of left to right, but it was in our area. I know he's got the leg to do it, so I thought at that time it wasn't a great option, but I think it was the best we had at the time.
Also,
What happened? Sorry, excuse me. That fumbled snap to RJ. I know there was a center switch. What happened on it? Was that a bad snap, or was that mishandled?
You know, I'm not for sure. I don't know if it was the communication with. We'll have to look at it on film. I'm not for sure. I just know that, you know, our back wasn't set up yet before the motion. The ball went on the ground. I think it was snapped when he wasn't expecting it. I'm not for sure whose fault it was, but we'll look at the film. But that was a tough play, a big play in the game.
Coach, do you feel like Timmy improved playing quarterback from last week to this week?
I thought he did some good things. That team, you know, they played Utah, probably should have beat them. I mean, they're a solid team, and I thought he did some good things.
Coach, can you talk about what it was like to have John Rice kind of just back out there with the team, the energy around the program?
Yeah, John Rice, you know, he was actually, you know, cleared on Friday. You know, he hadn't practiced. He done 7-on-7. I just didn't feel comfortable right now. He'll practice next week. We'll see where he's good. He's ahead of schedule. He's been doing really good. But just having him out there as a team leader dressed out, I think, was important. And we'll see what that leads to next week.
Coach, when you're up as big as you guys were at the half, what was the message in the locker room?
To come out and 0-0, finish the game. I mean, obviously we didn't do that, but that was the message.
You mentioned Plumlee a minute ago. Is there any chance he plays against Kansas next week?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he'll practice this week. We'll see. Not ready to say that. I just didn't feel comfortable with him playing today. So he hadn't practiced, you know, other than 7-on-7.
so great.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.